Set. One, two, one.
Will you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Maddie Flanagan?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Colleen Webb, and I am the Dean of the Graduate School at Colorado State University. On behalf of the Colorado State University Administration, the Board of Governors of the CSU system, and the faculty and staff, I welcome you to this fall 2024 commencement ceremony of the Graduate School. The mission statements of CSU and the Graduate School both recognize our unique history as a land-grant university. That mission is built on the belief that people with the talent and motivation to earn a degree from a world-class university should have that opportunity regardless of their background or personal identity. In providing this opportunity, we empower our students to enhance not only their lives and those of their families, but also to contribute to the betterment and strengthening of our society through the ripples their lives will create. Because the first word in land-grant university is land, it is also incumbent upon us to recognize where that land came from and how that history permeates everything that we do. As such, I invite you now to turn your attention to the Jumbotron and the screens behind me as we share CSU's land acknowledgement.
Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
We are all here this morning to honor you, our graduates, and to celebrate your success in the completion of your very rigorous graduate degree programs. We who are not graduating also have cause to celebrate. For a new cadre of practitioners of science, commerce, arts, and the professions are about to begin a life of contribution to our culture and our society. Please join me in a round of applause as we congratulate today's graduates. I would like to introduce the platform party to you. I ask that you please hold applause until all have been introduced and are standing. Dr. Marion K. Underwood, Provost. Dr. Cass Mosley, Vice President for Research. Brendan Hanlon, Vice President for Operations, Chief Financial Officer. Eric Ray, Vice President for Human Resources. Dr. Blanche Hughes, Vice President for Student Affairs. Kevin McLennan, Vice President for Enrollment and Access. Kathleen Fairfax, Vice Provost for International Affairs. Dr. Carolyn Lawrence Dill, Dean, College of Agricultural Sciences. Dr. Beth Walker, Dean, College of Business. Dr. Alan Robinson, Dean, Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Dr. Lisa Youngblade, Dean, College of Health and Human Sciences. Dr. Kirsten Thorsten, Dean, College of Liberal Arts. Dr. A. Alonzo Ajera, Dean, Warner College of Natural Resources. Dr. Jacob Roberts, Interim Dean, College of Natural Sciences. Dr. Sue Vanderwood, Dean, College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Karen Eastland, Dean of Libraries. Dr. Melinda Smith, Chair of Faculty Council. John Weber, Director of Athletics. Dr. Ruth Huffbauer, Director, Graduate Degree Program in Ecology. Dr. Debbie Kranz, Department of Chemistry, University Distinguished Professor. Dr. Joseph V., Associate Dean, Graduate School, and Grand Marshal. The members of the Platform Party. Provost Marion Underwood will now give her charge to the class, and the rest of the podium can take a seat. Dear graduates, I am so inspired by you. You have achieved something extraordinary, and a world of opportunity awaits you. No matter what your path forward, my advice to you is simple, yet I promise it can transform your lives. Be so good they can't ignore you. This is a response given by comedian Steve Martin when asked for advice about how to become successful in show business. Martin said, "I just think that if somebody's thinking, how can I be really good, people are going to come to you." Now, maybe there are a couple of you in the audience who secretly aspire to become a famous comedian, but what about the rest of us? Martin's advice, and I believe he intended it this way, really spans an ocean of aspirations for personal and professional success. Georgetown professor and best-selling author Cal Newport based the title of one of his books on Steve Martin's wisdom. The book is called "Be So Good They Can't Ignore You: Why Skills Trump Passion in the Quest for Work You Love." Professor Newport's book contends that the key to career success is to identify your strengths and invest effort in those areas over and over again. Here is a short excerpt. "What makes life meaningful is to become excellent at something valuable. Do not obsess over discovering your true calling. Instead, master rare and valuable skills. Once you build up the career capital that these skills generate, invest it wisely. Use it to acquire control of what you do and how you do it, and to identify and act on a life-changing mission." I agree with that advice, so I pass it on to you today. I encourage you, day in and day out, to try to be so good no one can ignore you. And as Professor Newport says, once you think you've gotten there, raise your definition of good and repeat over and over again. Scholars, you have done excellent work during your academic career at Colorado State. Your success has been no accident. Now, go out there, Rams, and every day be so good they can't ignore you. Scholars, congratulations to you, your loved ones, your mentors and faculty, and everyone who has contributed to this defining moment in your life. All of us are so proud of you. Thank you, Provost Underwood, for your charge to the class of fall 2024. We have arrived at the point in the program where the doctoral degrees are conferred. Degrees will be awarded in alphabetical order by roll of the colleges. In this ceremony, Provost Underwood first confers the degree, and then the candidates will advance to the platform accompanied by their major professors. On the platform, the major professor places the hood over the shoulders of the candidates. We think it is appropriate that this final ceremonial honor is bestowed by the faculty who have contributed so much to the development of these scholars. Following the hooding, graduates will cross the platform to receive their diploma from the college dean and a congratulations from Provost Underwood. It is my pleasure to present the doctoral candidates. Will the candidates for this degree please rise? These candidates have completed their programs of study and have pursued original scholarship, making contributions to knowledge and culture. They have presented their work in theses, dissertations, and capstone experiences that have met the high standards of the university and the various academic disciplines. They and their fellows in absentia are recommended by their major professors, the graduate school, and faculty council for the doctoral degree. Provost Underwood, I present these candidates and ask you to confer on them the doctoral degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Governing Board of Colorado State University, I hereby confer the doctoral degree upon you with all of its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Please join me in recognizing our most recent doctoral graduates.
Graduates, you may be seated. Marshals, please escort the graduates to the platform to receive their diplomas. Faculty advisors, please accompany your graduates to the platform for hooding. Our announcers, Brett Beal, Mercedes Cooper, and Andrew Magana, will now read the names of the doctoral graduates.
The following are the doctoral candidates for the College of Agricultural Sciences. Dean Carolyn Lawrence Dill will present the diplomas. Dr. Rachel Rose Jones, advisor Jessica Prenny. Dr. Lane Curtis Geis, advisors Richard Enns and Scott Speidel. Dr. David Manuel Velasco Maraquin, advisor Mahesh Nair and Lily Edwards Calloway. Dr. Megan Page Thorndike, advisor Dr. Terry Engel. Dr. Hui Li Yi Lo, advisor Terry Engel. Dr. Tyler Donovan, advisors Megan Shapansky and Louise Comas. Dr. Jacob Samuel Montgomery, advisor Todd Gaines. Next are the doctoral graduates from the College of Health and Human Sciences. Dean Lisa Youngblade will present the diplomas. Dr. Michael Vincent Wukich, advisors Susan Lynham. Advisor Dr. Susan Lynham. Wow. Dr. Annika Marie Weber, advisors Tiffany Weyer, Elizabeth Ryan, and Kim Cox York. Dr. Dominique Chantal Crosby, advisor Dr. Vincent Basile. Dr. Angela Elizabeth Hoffman Cooper, advisor Dr. Susana Munoz. Dr. Rai Blue V. Hill. Advisor, Dr. Susana Munoz. Dr. Carolina Banuelos. Advisor, Daniel Birmingham. Dr. Nikki Lin Mi Kahealani Chun. Advisor, Boyan Pun. The following are the Doctor of Engineering in Systems Engineering graduates from the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Dean Alan Robinson will present the diplomas. Dr. Kenneth Castleberry Coral. Advisor, Erica Gallegos. Dr. Dallas James Rossin. Advisors, Thomas Bradley and Ann Batchelor. Next are the doctoral graduates from the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Dean Alan Robinson will present the diplomas. Dr. Daniel Roger Call. Advisor, Daniel Herber. Dr. Andrew Richard Weston Richter. Advisor, Dr. Chandra. Dr. Cody Tyler Lewis. Advisors, Margaret Cheney and Dr. Chandra. Dr. Kimberly Ann Corwin. Advisor, Emily Fisher. Dr. Ali Mazurek. Advisor, Russ Schumacher. Dr. Emilio Francisco Molina Rueda. Advisors, John Volkins and Ellison Carter. Great. Okay. And we have a merge-in traffic candidate here, Dr. Khalid Alshmarani from the College of Health and Human Sciences, receiving his PhD from his advisor James Graham and Marla Roll. Dr. Arya Chowdhury Mugda, advisor Jesse Wilson. Dr. Minghao Chang, advisor Tom Chen, will be hooded by Jesse Wilson. Dr. Ahmad Abdur Rehman Lund, advisors Joseph Scalia and Timothy Gates. Dr. Peter Evan Lindy, advisors Dr. Stephen Dow and Lynn Pezzanite. Dr. Eric Colton Havenhill, advisor Soham Ghosh.
Next are the doctoral graduates from the College of Liberal Arts. Dean Kirsten Torsen will present the diplomas. Dr. Ian Daniel Greenwood, Advisor Prabha Unithan. Dr. Miranda Lynn McCreary, Advisor Greg Dickinson. Next are the doctoral graduates from the College of Natural Sciences. Interim Dean Jacob Roberts will present the diplomas. Dr. Jason Donald Stock, advisors, Dr. Chuck Anderson. Dr. Nada Hassan Alayani, advisor, Nikhil Krishnaswamy. Dr. Annika Benson, advisor, Joshua Prasad. Dr. Geraldi Lee Stephanus Liman, advisor, Thomas Santangelo. Dr. Leidy Violet Hooker, advisor, Dr. Debbie Cran. Dr. Dakota Bill Lorenz, advisor, Justin Sambor. Dr. Graham Brewster Stanton, advisors, Haonong Wang and Louis Scharf. Dr. Kareem Karimov, professor with the advisors, Professor Michael Kirby and Professor Chris Peterson. Dr. Tyler Nathaniel Boone, advisor, Robert Wilson. Dr. Amelia Corinne Warden, advisor, Dr. Chris Wickens. Next are the doctoral graduates from the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Dean Sue Vanderwood will present the diplomas. Dr. Michaela Sky Swinhart, advisor, Dr. Ralph Sudo. Dr. Victoria Kennedy, advisor, Russell Anthony. Dr. Frances Jane Peet, advisor, Dr. Wayne McElwraith.
Next are the doctoral graduates from the Warner College of Natural Resources. Dean A. Alonso Aguirre will present the diplomas. Dr. Jesse M. Dodge, Advisor Thomas Davis. Dr. Yuting Deng, Advisor Kyle Horton. Dr. Rachel Ann Van Ostel, Advisor William Kendall. Dr. Wen Zhao Plisky, Advisor Alan Bright. And next are the doctoral graduates from the Graduate Degree Program in Ecology. Director Ruth Huffbauer will present the diplomas. Dr. Kirsten Marie Hine, Advisor John McKay. Dr. Lily Fong Durkee, Advisor Ruth Huffbauer. Next are the doctoral graduates from the Graduate Degree Program in Cell and Molecular Biology. Dean Colleen Webb will present the diplomas. Dr. Gabriela Ramirez, Advisor Dr. Karen Dobos. Dr. Cameron Mitchell Pierce, Advisor Mercedes Gonzalez Guerrero. Dr. Matthew David Hyde, advisors, Dr. Kevin Crooks, Dr. Stuart Breck. We'll just hold up a bit. Next are the doctoral graduates from the School of Materials Science and Engineering. Dean Colleen Webb will present the diplomas. Dr. Zhonghoon Lee, advisor Margarita Herrera Alenzo. Dr. Yu Sun, advisors Yan Li, Jiango Liu.
We will now award the various master's degrees. In this ceremony, Provost Underwood first confers the degrees, then students will approach the platform to receive the diploma from their respective college deans and a congratulations from Provost Underwood. It is now my pleasure to present the candidates for the master's degrees. Will the candidates for these master's degrees please rise? These candidates and their fellows in absentia have completed their programs of study and are recommended by their faculty advisors, the graduate school, and the faculty council for the master's degree. Provost Underwood, I present these candidates and ask you to confer the master's degree on them.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Governing Board of Colorado State University, I hereby confer the master's degree upon you with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Please join me in recognizing our most recent master's graduates.
Graduates, you may be seated. Marshals, please escort the master's graduates to the platform to receive their diplomas. Our announcers will now read the names of the master's graduates.
The following are the master's graduates from the College of Agricultural Sciences. These master's degrees include Master of Agriculture, Master of Extension Education, Master of Agribusiness and Food Innovation Management, and Master of Science. Dean Carolyn Lawrence Dill will present the diplomas. Claire Lauren Yacobi. Esra Yilmaz. Almendra Astete Farfan. Jilly Sal Greenberger. Guan Yo Leo. Rebecca Ann Gerardo. Madeline Marie Livermore. Sarah Jane Rhodes. Ashley Murdoch. Morgan Natasha Johnston. Frederick William Jacobs V. Sophia Valeriano. Max Thomas Ropey. Constance Melzer. Jesse Salyards. Hannah Marie Hammock. David Evan Bradshaw. Dylan T. Rush. Erica Elizabeth Machuca. Claire Elizabeth Ocorn. Miranda Lee Zuvich. Cassandra Schroeder. Sabrina Park. Next are the master's graduates from the College of Business. These master's degrees include Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, Master of Finance, Master of Accountancy, Master of Computer Information Systems, and Master of Finance. Dean Beth Walker will present the diplomas. Matthew Paul. Melody Lynn Bamford. Next are the master's graduates from the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. These master's degrees include Master of Science, Master of Engineering, and Biomedical Engineering. Dean Alan Robinson will present the diplomas. Emily Xing Ku. Lauren Behrens. Jeremy Backler. Jordan Ryan White. We're good. Emily Jagerhorn. Joshua Douglas McMartin. Evan Thomas Malloy. Matthew Dreisbach. Ryan Noling. Melanie Walter. Zoe May Hoffler. Jacob Christian Jepson. Victor Ares Flores. Lars Jared Brian Mitchell. Elijah David House. Dylan Thomas Roach. Petri Kurupuli. Chica Winifred Ara. Sushmita Ramesh. Anjali Nieves Jimenez. Molly Hill.
Next are the master's graduates from the College of Health and Human Sciences. These master's degrees include Master of Science, Master of Arts, Counseling and Career Development, Master of Social Work, Master of Occupational Therapy, and Master of Education. Dean Lise Youngblade will present the diplomas. Jeffrey C. Catherine Wright. Tara Marie Mathewson. Karina Miller. Eric Benson. Catherine Tiffany. Emily Ray Hopkins. Bryn Morgan Vaughn. Sarah Minnow Mataxin Kasten. Ashley Hardick. Megan Howard. Sarah Pfizer. Caitlin Beard. Chelsea Aragon. Rachel Marie Anderson. Ayana Maria Soledad Villarreal. Sierra Lynn Pierce. Esther Joy McIlvain. Danielle Rogers. Shelby Grace Rogala. Andrew Whittle. Emily Kilberg. Saleh Mohammed Al-Shamrani. Cameron Dimkowitz. Janet Shea Porter. Next are the master's degrees from master's graduates from the College of Liberal Arts. These master's degrees include the Master of Arts, Master in Arts Leadership and Cultural Management, Master of Communications and Media Management, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Music, Master of Public Policy and Administration, Master of Sports Management, and Master of Science. Interim Dean Kirsten Thorson will present the diplomas. Kaylin Hindi Rawlings. Jadri Nicole Wood. Morgan Taylor Leslie. Anna M. Watrous. Aaron Lewis Kobus. Alyssa Clare. Catherine Nasuna. Aaron Montgomery. Karis Juliet Brackpool. Cheyenne Lee Simpson. Julie Janine Hopko Hayden. Robert Lawrence. Rebecca Lynn Tabb. Sarah Elizabeth Haneke. Cam Evig. Michael Cahill. Andrew Leland Goff. Neil Bronson Hammery. Daniela Cura. Cameron Price Colber. Andra Nelson. Amy K. Wilson.
Samantha Arden Morrison. Daria Komoshan. Here are the next master's graduates from the College of Natural Sciences. These master's degrees include Master of Science, Master of Computer Science, Master of Addiction Counseling in Psychology, Master of Applied Industrial Organizational Psychology, Master of Applied Statistics, Professional Science Masters in Natural Science, and Master of Natural Sciences in Education. Interim Dean Jacob Roberts will present the diplomas. Brendan Kelly. Rachel A. Masters. Noah R. Floyd. Yenya Joy Luther. Lindsay Nielsen. Ryland Dallas Peck. Malik Meshigri. Jamie Ray McGathy. Oluwatusa Falibata. Hannah M. Spoon. Whitney Grace Paxson. Andrea Selko Wallish. Ronaldo Canisales. Next are the Master of Science graduates from the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Dean San Van de Wand will present the diplomas. Anthony Justice Smith. Kathleen Collier Young. Caitlin Marie Murphy. Camilla Veda. Stephanie Mayorka. Devin Anthony Aldez. Cynthia Flores.
Next are the master's graduates from the Warner College of Natural Resources. These master's degrees include Master of Science, Master of Conservation Leadership, Master of Greenhouse Gas Management and Accounting, Master of Natural Resources Stewardship, Master of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology, Professional Science Masters in Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, and Masters of Tourism Management. Dean A. Alonso Aguirre, Dean A. Alonso Aguirre, will present the diplomas. Samuel DeLine. Ashley Taylor Daffron. Alexandria Marie Zuwitsky. Cole Hamilton Purdy. Hunter A. Copperweiss. Al-Bashir Muhammad. Summer Jean Boulay. Michael Stroh. Scott Howard Strickland. Gabriela I. Garcia. Savannah R. Valdez. Kimberly Ann Kuber. Hannah Werfel. Rachel Greenwood. Lenny Marie Ventura. Sarah Elizabeth Moss. Brendan Spencer Allen.
Lauren Nicole Howlett. William Augustine McLean. Tessa Lee Burt. Abdullah Ibrahim Alamadi. Brandon Dave Garvey. Katrina Elizabeth Ann Hendershot. Emily Ann Schmeeding. Joshua K. Delaney. Fahad Alanrazi. Yaya Sarham. Next are the Master of Public Health graduates from the Colorado School of Public Health at Colorado State University. Dean Colleen Webb will present the diplomas. Jenna Gotti. Quinn Truting. Zoe Tai. Kelly McAuliffe. Madeline Geza Marie Clausen. Kevin Garcia. Next are the master graduate from the graduate program in cell and molecular biology. Dean Colleen Webb will present the diploma. Connor Roman King.
Congratulations to our new doctoral and master's graduates of Colorado State University. You are all now alumni of Colorado State University. Congratulations. Please know that the CSU Alumni Association, along with your former professors, will be there for you in every step of your professional journey. I am proud of CSU's commitment to supporting those who have served our nation. At this time, I would like to recognize our graduates and all others who are current or former members of the U.S. Armed Forces. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. A first-generation college student is one whose parents have not earned a bachelor's degree. An important aspect of Colorado State University's land-grant mission is providing access to education so that a wider community of students may experience the transformational potential of a college education. The success of first-generation students at our university is a point of pride for all of us. I am pleased to ask all first-generation students in the graduating class and among the faculty and our podium party to stand and be recognized. I'd like to recognize another group of graduate students, graduating members of the Graduate Student Council. They have unselfishly served as leaders on behalf of the graduate student body, representing graduate students to me and CSU administration, and advocating for graduate student well-being. If any of you are present, please stand and be recognized. Faculty members are the heart and soul of any institution of higher education, and the 1,900 Colorado State University faculty members are no exception. Our faculty exemplify excellence through the intellectual contributions they make to the education of our students and in their problem-solving endeavors that span across our campus, state, nation, and the world. Our faculty members have specifically influenced you, our graduates, through their mentoring, research, teaching, and service activities, and just as importantly, through the high standards they have set for you. I would like to ask the faculty to stand. Please join me in recognizing their contributions. Now I would like the graduates to join us in recognizing another group of people who have contributed much and perhaps received little recognition. With the parents, spouses, partners, family, and friends of the graduates, please stand and be recognized. I would also like to thank the marshals, volunteers, and the graduate school staff for their efforts this morning, along with the Big Thompson Brass for their music, Samantha Linder and McKenna Bridges for sign interpretation, Brett Beal, Andrew Magnana, and Mercedes Cooper for announcing, and Maddie Flanagan for singing the national anthem and Alma Mater. Please stand for the singing of the Alma Mater, whose words can be found in the digital program or on the screens around the arena.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting of this place so great. May thy green and gold unite us, loyal ever be. Colorado State, our alma mater, hail, all hail to thee.
Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, faculty, family, and friends, congratulations once again to those of you who now hold your doctoral and master's degrees, and to those of you who have supported, loved, and encouraged these amazing individuals to reach their impressive and hard-earned academic achievements. We request that you stay in your seats until the platform party and graduates have left the auditorium. Family and friends, please meet your graduates outside or at Doctoral Center across from the north entry. Thank you. Have a wonderful day and celebrate safely. This concludes the Fall 2024 Graduate School Commencement.